Has the Chicago Bears offensive line quietly morphed into one of the NFL's elite units? One of the biggest storylines of the 2025 Chicago Bears is the complete turnaround from this offensive line. It represents a complete shift in our franchise's long term offensive identity as well. It really is a new era of Bears football, and it starts right up front. If you've noticed as fans how much better the Bears' offensive line looks, hit that like button for me and let me know in the comments. I'm going to break it all down. Let's get right into it. The Bears' offensive line has unanimously been one of the worst in the league. For most of my life watching Bears games, our quarterbacks have been under constant pressure, and finding clean pockets have not been a commonplace. Caleb went from leading the NFL in sacks taken to becoming one of the best at avoiding sacks and keeping plays alive. That makes the offensive line even better. A perfect match here, a good offensive line and Caleb Williams. There have been decades of inconsistency in our pass protection, and our ability to get push off the line of scrimmage in the run game was also lacking. But things have changed. The front office has finally constructed a unit built on power, athleticism, and technique, with a blend of rising young talent mixed with some savvy veterans. This front five has the potential to be one of the league's best units. A stark difference in what we've seen in recent history. The Bears now have a legit offensive line, one that has been engineered to maximize efficiency, protect the quarterback, and dominate the trenches. This is what the fan base has been waiting for. And the key to this turnaround happened in the offseason, supplementing the rebuild. Ryan Poles was often criticized for ignoring the offensive line, but most people in the media fail to understand the intricacies of building a cohesive front five. Ryan Poles' first ever draft pick in round one of the NFL draft was an offensive tackle, Darnell Wright, who's developing into one of the most elite talents in the league. He has been a top five tackle in the NFL this year. He's ragdolling defensive linemen. There's clips of him pancaking guys, holding his own in pass protection, and taking guys all the way to the bench in the run game. So while he had his own struggles during his first couple of seasons, year three has been different. It appears that Darnell has turned a corner, and he's playing at a Pro Bowl level. This has been one of the biggest keys to the unit's dominance, but it's also the moves made this offseason, where our front office completely rebuilt the interior of that O line. A new left guard, a new center, and a new right guard. Not just guards, though, two Pro Bowl caliber players here, Joe Tooney and Jonah Jackson. And then he also signed the best center available in free agency, Drew Dahlman, who I had as my top target in the offseason. Those three additions alone paid immediate dividends. Dahlman has stabilized the center position, and Tooney and Jackson have given the Bears one of the better interiors of any O-line in the league. These three players have stabilized the front five and provided veteran leadership in the locker room, which is helping the younger guys on the line as well. Guys like Darnell Wright, Theo Benedict, and Ozzie Trapillo are all benefiting from the experience and the talent in this room, which brings us to the one position that still has a major question mark, the left tackle position. Braxton Jones has been our starter for 3 seasons, and he started early this year but ended up getting benched, and that move has been long overdue. Theo Benedict, the undrafted free agent, has taken over and helped stabilize the position, but it still remains the weak spot in our front five. Theo's been better than Braxton Jones, but he hasn't been anywhere near great yet. Other players were drafted to help out, though, when it comes to the future, but for the most part, they've failed to step up. Guys like Ozzie Trapillo and Karan Amagaji, I expect more from both of them going forward. Now, recently, Ozzie has been seeing action as our sixth offensive lineman. He's been getting multiple reps every game, and I believe at some point he will be our starting left tackle. He has the size and talent to be a 10-plus year starter in this league, but right now he needs to get more comfortable on the left side. But it's more than just the talent, guys. It's also the coaching. Dan Rouchar has put a renewed emphasis on technique, footwork, and communication for our front five. Veteran leaders and a new coaching staff here have combined to get the most out of the talent on this roster, something that our previous regimes have not been able to accomplish. But the bottom line here is this: it's a new look offensive line that's been one of the best in the entire league, and it's allowed this offense to finally operate at an efficient level. You can't succeed in the NFL without confidence, and it's hard for any quarterback to develop if they don't trust the protection in front of them. This O line has helped Caleb Williams' development and our offense get going at the same time. We've improved pocket integrity and we've reduced our pressure rates. The Bears' passing attack has the time and space needed for these wide receivers to operate efficiently. They now have more time to finish their routes and get open and earn Caleb Williams' trust. Next thing they need to do is stop dropping the ball. But Caleb has more time to go through his reads. He has more time to find the open player. And with this front five also getting push off the line of scrimmage in the run game, it opens holes for both DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monungai. This has led to a more balanced offensive attack. It's forcing defenses to stay honest, and it's allowing Ben Johnson to really get into his bag. He's in the midst of unleashing a more dynamic and unpredictable offense. And once this offense can start clicking and rolling on all cylinders, we are going to be able to attack defenses and score on anyone. And this is something I haven't seen in my entire life as a Bears fan. An offense that can score on anyone, an offense that gets better as the game goes on and is at its best in the fourth quarter. It inspires confidence in our fan base, and I believe it inspires a ton of confidence in the locker room as well. Think back to the 2006 year. Anyone who watched that year, yes, our offense had some ups and downs, but if you looked at it from a media or a fan perspective, everyone shared the same belief there that our defense was carrying the offense. We didn't have faith that our offense could carry us when it was needed. Usually, we needed a big play from the defense, a peanut punch, an interception, or a big return from Devin Hester. This team is different. This really is a new era of Chicago Bears football. And even more inspiring is this isn't just some short term upgrade or a band aid to fix this team. This is the foundation for the future of the Chicago Bears, investing in the trenches, dominating on the offensive line, and supporting our playmakers on this roster. Chicago is positioning themselves to be a real contender in the NFL, something that doesn't happen overnight. And they are establishing an identity here as a team that does not quit, and the offensive line has been the catalyst for a more dangerous and complete offense. The Bears' offensive line is constantly pancaking defenders, getting movement off the line of scrimmage, and imposing their will on defenses. This new era of Bears football is led by a front five that likes to dominate defenses. This has been one of the biggest reasons that the Bears find themselves in first place of the NFC North heading into week 12 of the NFL season. It's a great time to be a Bears fan. Now, they do have some big tests coming up, but after more than half of the season, this offensive line has easily developed into a top 10 unit, if not top 5 in the NFL. How will they perform against some of the better defensive lines in football down the stretch? That remains to be seen, but for once, I'm excited to see how they hold up against the league's best pass rushers. Let me know in the comments how you feel about the Bears front five. Hit that like button, hype up the video, and stay tuned. And until next time, bear down.